It clings like tar to the body of everyone who passes by, surrounds them, enveloping the backsides of their torso, hanging over them, as though a personal rain cloud fused with the body, becoming a part of every oblivious soul. Not a single person, young or old, has but an eye. They just stroll mindlessly in droves past the light post. The dark, foul-smelling mud-like ooze with a sheen of oil drips onto the snow-laden sidewalk. Though it heavily obscures the light, what's left is scattered, dancing on the frozen surface below. Not one person has so much as given the slightest glance. The man had been unable to pry his eyes from it, no longer venturing from his balcony, forgetting even when he last ate, the sound of his phone fading further and further into the background, becoming nothing more than noise, ringing more and more with call after call, until it stopped. How long does it take a phone to die from unanswered calls alone? He watched as they all just passed by it. The smell reaches all the way across the street, unbearable even at such a distance. The numbness brought on by exposure finally built up to be enough to stave off the retching, but the man didn't even want to imagine what it would be like to pass beneath it, to have it cling to the body, to have it wrap around like an unwanted wetsuit, to be unable to get rid of the foul substance. He started to see people arrive, already cloaked in the otherworldly goo. Day after day after day, the man watched, unable to pry his eyes from the sight. This all started as just a curiosity when he noticed what he thought was the smell of skunk wafting in from outside. That was when he spotted it. At first, and checked on it every few hours. Then, a few times every hour. Now, he just watches the scene unfold before him, consumed with the obsession to watch. The people who pass by soaked in the sludge have begun looking more and more unwell. At first, the skin on their face slowly drained of color. They continued to become more and more sickly. Then their skin started looking rotten. Their eyes appeared darker and darker, like someone who hasn't slept in days. He was sure his own eyes could be no better at this point, but he had at least gotten some sleep last night, right? The eyes of those walking below became more and more sunken with every passing moment. Their shirts tattered and stained with all sorts of yellows and greens, reds and browns, the origins of which could only have come from who knows where. Their arms atrophied to the point of not being much more than skin and bone. The sludge clings more and more to the unfortunate souls, those who just walk by sloughing black goo, leaving trails in their wake. What clings to the body only grows. They continue to walk by, day by day by day, as though nothing has changed, just going on about their days as they would on any other, oblivious to the streetlights' grim rainfall. Amid the scorching summer sun, the sludge stopped flowing away. It has begun to pool, to spread like a small pond. The man thought about the street drains, packed with whatever has been washed away. In what could have been minutes, hours, or days, he was no longer certain. The pond became large enough to begin flowing up against his apartment. The people, if you can still call them that in their current grotesque state, trudged through it, dragging the devoured remains of their feet through the all-consuming goo. Those who can still pass by are not more than walking corpses, in tatters, reeking of death, and missing countless body parts, moving like nothing has changed, animate but no longer alive. They go on about their daily lives, coming and going, walking down the streets in droves. One day, the smell stopped. No longer able to find the will to pry himself from the sight across the street, something landed on his lap. All of the light just vanished. He heard 2 light splashes. All of the sound disappeared.